this weekend. I wanted to build an app, and for that I wanted to use several vibe coding tools or like visual programming tools, so Horizons, V0 by Vercel, and Lovable. And because I was too lazy to write both myself, I used Gemini for that. So basically, I told Gemini to go check the documentation of Horizons, like, hey, learn to prompt. And then I was like, okay, so that's sort of like the how the app should look like, and guide. So basically, Gemini was guiding all three of these visual tools with the same commands, and when they were struck, I used Perplexity. So actually, all three of these tools like created the backend on Supabase, and it worked, like managed with login, managed with everything. So managed building like sort of the same apps with login and stuff. And because it's broken, I cannot remove like creep effect from here. So like you have to enjoy it. And probably I can make a whole talk on like how different and how cool they are. But for the purpose of this presentation, is basically how this AI, Gemini, got excited about commanding other AIs, and the cool stuff. So like, it's at a certain point it got really struck with Horizon tool not being able to do stuff. And then it told the Horizon tool to, okay, make a debug thingy, because like you can't read stuff. And then it started teaching Nexus tool to actually read own logs. And I felt like, okay, so this is me back in times when I like worked at Unity, and this is iPhone 2 and Nokia. There were no tools, and like, but lots of money, and we had to sort of guess what's going on. And we had to build our own debug tools in iPhone apps to figure it out, and that's what sort of happened like right here with yeah. So that's why, for example, it's actually built the debug in the client, and you can figure out right here, and that's sort of the app. It works. You can remove. You can and do debug thing. So so what I'm saying, that vibe coding is sort of new script kiddies. Anybody recognizes this thing like on a big picture? Is somebody old enough? Can you produce the sound this thing used to produce? You know, like remember the glory, right? Like I'm like, hey, you find some code on the internet and like, yeah, you break something. So yeah, what can we build is one thing, what can we break is another thing. But where I'm going is that it's so fun to watch these AI agents do stuff. And I actually did. I used AI agent like called Kua whatsoever, and told it also to build this app. And what it did, it went to freaking website and taught itself to code. And I sat and watched it like learn coding. So it trained itself of like how to figure out the code, and it freaking built it. Like it's HTML, it's not like no backend, no interactivity. And it's just so fun to watch these AI things do. Like learn and do stuff, you know? Remember, like back in the days, like we didn't know, like who would watch somebody playing video games, and now we have this live stream. Who would watch somebody like play video games, and now we have esports. So who would watch somebody play, you know, watch AI agents do stuff? Well, it's freaking, it's like the show. You watch these agents do things, and I mean, like imagine, right? So with me, it was like Google manipulating like Horizons and Vercel and Lovable, and like I want to put them in, like in the same chat using MCP protocol, and you know, and see what happens. Like, what if you give them different personalities, and what if you like interact with them, and then you know you tell them what to do. You give them secret, you know, secret agendas, and it's like the shows. So that's what I'm building next. And yeah, enjoy.